Yo, what's good? Aaliyahblknwhite here. Subscribe to the channel and support and watch the whole video.
I love black and white videos.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell post notifications so that you'll be notified every time I drop a video. Now, was Aaliyah bi or was she straight? A lot of people have been leaving me comments such as, people are saying she was bi. If she was, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a les. And Aaliyahblknwhite, can you do a video on her sexuality? What is Aaliyah's sexuality? Because some people said that she was rumored to be bi. Is that true? And with that being said, let's hop right into it. Now, was Aaliyah into men or women? Or was she into both? Now, it's kind of hard to tell because she was so private and we didn't really get to see more of her. She was only 22 when she passed away, so she only left us with so much. It's really hard to base it off of anything, but Aaliyah seemed to be comfortable with both. From picture to picture, Aaliyah was always pictured with her female friends and they always looked very comfortable with one another. It could have just been that they were close friends and that's just how they were. Apparently some people are closer than most, but then again, she was also close to men, so it's really hard to tell. I wouldn't put it past me that she was going for both. She was experimenting. I mean, she was young, so she had a lot to get into before really adulting. So I wouldn't be surprised if Aaliyah was venturing off into both male and female. I also want to mention really quick too that it is in my mind that maybe her, Damon, and Natine were having a love triangle. It's very possible, but we'll get into that later on in the video. Anyways, let's get into her dating history. It says she dated Damon Dash from 2000 to 2001, Jay-Z 2000, Genuine 1996 to 1997, Blake C 1995, and R. Kelly 1993 to 1995. Now, personally, I don't even think that this is half of the list of people that she dated. They are missing a few more people, but if Aaliyah was definitely into females, she covered it up with dating men because that's all that's on this list. And the thought of her being bi is not ruled out in my mind because Aaliyah was more than we thought she was, and I always knew this. I had to grow to understand that she did things that an average person would do, and every celebrity is average. They're no better than no one else. No disrespect towards Aaliyah, but I had to come to realize that she did party, and it's no telling how she partied. It's a saying that they go to these Hollywood parties where a lot of things take place, so maybe she's seen a thing or two and liked a thing or two, and maybe that was venturing off into different sexes. But let's get into Aaliyah and the women that she was around. Now, this is a picture of her and Natine, and they attended an all-white party that P. Diddy threw, I believe, at his home. And it seemed to be that Aaliyah, Damon, and Natine were the only ones booed up with each other. Now, I'm not saying that Aaliyah does not have other pictures with any other person at this party, but the majority of the pictures are with her, Damon, and Natine. And her and Natine seem to be as if they came to the party together, and they're sticking together in this party, and they're just hugged up on each other. Now, I don't know if it's a best friend thing or a more deeper thing that they may have had going on. But there are more pictures of Aaliyah and Natine hugged up together, and this is not the only event that they were hugged up on each other at. Now, let's not talk about Aaliyah and Missy Elliott. There had to be some reason why Missy and Timbaland, but we're going to be just talking about Missy, was obsessed with her. I mean, they did not want her to do anything on her own. It was said that they didn't want her to change up her style. They wanted her to maintain a tomboy image. And I never understood why. And I could never put two and two together as to why they would want her to maintain that image. Like, why were they so obsessed? Then it was said they were mad at her before she died. They weren't getting along. And I'm just like, these friends that she had were very obsessive. And her and Missy seemed to be very close. And Aaliyah made it a point to say that it would take a while to get to know her. You won't get the whole picture. And I'm just like, she connected to these two very fast. And I just always wonder why. And I just always wonder why her relationships with people were always close. I mean, look at this photo right here. Missy is literally up close and personal in this girl's face. I don't know. I would be uncomfortable. It's just so weird. And I did have it in my mind as well that maybe her, Timbaland, and Missy were having a love triangle thing going on. It's just a thought. It's just a myth. There's no truth to that, but they were all really close. Even Genuine at some point was close to them as well. I also want to say that Timbaland did have a crush on Aaliyah, and she was 16, 17 at the time, and he was in his 20s. And I'm just like, if that was the case, then it wouldn't shock me that maybe Missy had a crush on Aaliyah as well. You know, and Aaliyah just came off as friendly to everyone, so they probably took it and ran with it and thought she was just being flirtatious. And you never know. I mean, she could have just been giving them the wrong impression. They end up falling in love, and maybe she didn't have a problem with it. Damon said she would give anybody a chance. And I also want to mention that Aaliyah said herself that she has friends. She was asked if she had a boyfriend, if there was room to date, and she said, of course there is, but I don't have a boyfriend. I have friends. And what I got from that is that she has friends that she casually has fun with sometimes, and that could have been towards women as well. Now, the closest that she has been to with a girl is Natine and Kidada. So let's just take a few looks at Aliyah and Natine. The first pictures of them at the P. Diddy's all-white party, and Aaliyah is looking at Natine and they're laughing about something, but they seem pretty close. Now just look at the placement of Aaliyah's hands on Natine. She has her hands around her waist, which is kind of strange to me. Out of all the places you could put your hands, on her shoulders, her arm, her back, Aaliyah decided to put her hands around her waist. And I just think that there's so many ways you can hug someone without being touchy-feely. And there is like a little hugging thing. I seen it on the internet. And they were saying where you place your hands says it all about your guys' relationship. And this definitely says something more, but we'll never know. Here's some more pictures of Aaliyah and Natine though. Anyways, moving on to Aaliyah and Kidada. These are some pictures that were taken in 1996, 1997. And if you don't know, Kidada is Aaliyah's best friend. And they met at a Tommy Hilfiger show, I believe. Anyways, these two were fairly close, and Kidada used to actually babysit Aaliyah when she was young. So I don't know, maybe it's a best friend thing. Diane also said that she regretted letting Kidada babysit for Aaliyah. Now I wonder why. Now I always say to myself that I think that Kidada is the reason why Aaliyah even tried to go for an older man. But anyways, you know how you have that best friend and you guys experiment, but I hear stories from other girls and their experiences with their best friends. I wouldn't be shocked if low-key Kidada and Aaliyah did experiment in their friendship, and maybe that's why they were so close enough for them to take pictures like this and to wear jewelry with each other's names on it. I'm pretty sure they stayed the night. They even went to vacation with each other and each other's families. I also heard a rumor that Aaliyah and Kidada actually dated. Now, I'm not sure how true this is. I wouldn't be shocked if it is true. but it is saying that they did date and how Aaliyah was Kidada'S girlfriend, and Kidada just seems like the type of girl to like both as well. And in some of these pictures, Aaliyah's facial expression looks like she's genuinely comfortable. I'm pretty sure she did have love for her because she was her friend, but not like that. Who knows? Aaliyah seemed to do other things, so I wouldn't be shocked if this was one of her secrets. It's very unfortunate that people never asked her about more things further out than her career, like her sexuality. I wish they would have asked about her natural hair, you know, things like that. But it's unfortunate that they never asked her these things, even through a magazine. Maybe she would have spoke more on a magazine. And it seems like there's more information in the magazines about her life than there is on interviews, which is crazy. Aaliyah was no stranger to men though as well, but she was never a stranger to females. She seemed to click pretty well with females. That could just be because she was a girl. And there was rumors that she was sexually active with R. Kelly and her mother, so it wouldn't be surprising if she was into girls because of that situation. And if she was in relationships with females, the people around her must have been really tight with her, because we don't hear anything about it at all. Maybe she was just bi undercover. It's not usually easy for some people to just come out as being bi or being gay. Maybe it would have been embarrassing to her and she wanted to keep it on the low. Also, she seemed to be loved by not only men but women, and I never understood why. Like, was she giving them something? Kind of like the DMX situation. He was in love with Aaliyah and he barely even knew her, and it was just crazy because she said it would take time to get to know her, but then she was clicking to these people really fast as if they had some type of relationship going on. Maybe it was something deeper than what she was saying. Now let's get into Aaliyah, Damon, and Natine's little love triangle. Now these three were always around each other as if they were all just getting it in with each other. I don't know, they had a weird relationship. I mean, sometimes you see Damon hugged up on Natine and then he'd be dancing with Aaliyah, and I mean, he did this with different girls, but these three just always were together as if something was going on. And peep this, it was even said that Damon Dash and Natine dated. I mean, take a look at his dating history. Even Ananda Lewis is on here. Aliyah, Natine, 1999 to 2000. How about that? He even dated Christina Milian. That's crazy. So it wouldn't be a shock if they had something going on, and that's why she was so comfortable with Natine, and they became best friends because they had been screwing the same man and maybe each other. So it's the reason why these girls were so close. You know how it goes. And Damon Dash has movies where he's in hot tubs with 2 or 3 girls, and maybe this was Aaliyah's life. Maybe she liked to experiment. Like, I mean, who will ever know? She was so private. We will never know if she was messing around with females, but I definitely believe that this is a possibility. It doesn't cross my mind. Aaliyah was young and she was very close to women, especially her first friend Kidada, so it wouldn't shock me if she was getting it on with females as well. But before I end this video, I just want to say that this is just myths and thoughts and rumors. Don't take anything too serious. We don't need any hate from this video. This is just thoughts. I'm not saying that Aaliyah was actually into girls. This is just guessing and assuming, so don't take it too serious. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Stay crazy.
Do you remember that one night when we fell in love? What we had felt so right, 'cause